Here's an interesting piece of Google Pixel news for you. I don't know if you heard, but Pixie, the long-rumored AI assistant that was supposed to be exclusive to Pixel phones, was apparently canceled. In its place, we might be getting a new experience called Pixel Sense, which could possibly debut on the upcoming Pixel 10 series. To my surprise, there's actually quite a bit of information about this, and because of that, I wanted to give you guys a full, true, comprehensive breakdown. So real quick, let's go over everything you need to know about this whole Pixie/Pixel Sense situation and how this could translate to what we may see on our Pixel devices in the future. And of course, if you appreciate Android coverage like this, please stick around and consider subscribing to the 9 to 5 Google YouTube channel, because we have a lot more awesome, amazing Android content like this coming your way, and you cannot miss out on any of it. Now, getting right into it, let's start with a bit of groundwork here. As I mentioned, all of this started with rumors way back in 2023 about an AI assistant called Pixie. It was supposed to be a Pixel exclusive, launching first on the Pixel 9 series, but as we all know at this point, that service actually never came to be, and we never saw it on our Pixel 9 devices in any way, shape, or form. The whole premise was built on having it be a much more personalized Google Assistant, one that's able to perform complex and multimodal tasks primarily. We still don't know the full scope of this project, to be fair, but one specific example we got was Pixie suggesting directions to the closest store where someone could buy a product that they had taken a photo of. The premise sounds interesting, but there's a bit more to it, as a later report came out in February 2025 that described Pixie as more of an AI agent intended to complete tasks across various apps. Reportedly, there was even internal discussions about Google integrating Pixie's AI capabilities into a pair of smart glasses, which, as a side note, I really want some Android-based smart glasses at some point, and hopefully Google or somebody can figure that out soon. Anyways, these supposed glasses powered by Pixie could have used object recognition to advise the user on how to use a certain tool, solve a math problem, or even play a musical instrument, just as a few examples. So it's likely these glasses would have needed a camera or some form of output, perhaps via voice or maybe even a small external display. But like I said, Pixie was never launched, and we never really heard anything about it since until now. According to that same February 2025 article from The Information, we finally got more details on why Pixie never made its way to Pixel devices. Reportedly, during an internal leadership review, it was decided that Pixie as a standalone assistant concept would be canceled, and the big reason for this was apparently to ensure the new Pixie assistant didn't directly compete with Gemini, which to me does make complete sense. No doubt, Google is investing a lot into Gemini, constantly updating it with new features, new models, and UI changes to make it the best it can possibly be for all Android users. With that cancellation, Google effectively split the unreleased Pixie assistant into two separate pieces. One of those became the Pixel Screenshots app, which basically uses AI to summarize and organize your screenshots while also letting you ask questions about your screenshot library in a conversational format. And from my time with it so far, it's pretty great. I use it all the time on my Pixel 9 Pro, mainly to find products I've screenshotted in the past and maybe pull up some old screenshots that I needed to get information on. Otherwise, it's a simple, useful tool. And then the other piece of this Pixie assistant contributed features for the Gemini assistant. Without any specific details, it's hard to say what that actually means, but if I had to speculate, it's probably related to those multi-stage commands added a while back, or maybe the utilities extension, perhaps. Something interesting to note, though, is that according to a person with direct knowledge of the Pixie project, neither the Pixel Screenshots app or the integrated Gemini features offered as many useful functions as what was originally envisioned for the full Pixie assistant. Something that I'm trying to wrap my head around, but hopefully we see something as good as what this could have been in the future. Again, without knowing the full scope, it's hard to say for ourselves, but it is something to chew on nonetheless. Regardless, even though the Pixie project was canceled, there still might be something similar appearing in its place. Recent rumors have highlighted the possibility of a replacement with a brand new initiative called Pixel Sense. At this time, it's reportedly coming to the Pixel 10 series, and the aim here seems to be providing predictive suggestions for certain data pieces like places, products, and names right when you need them the most, while also being designed to help you complete tasks faster by learning how you use them on your phone and assisting you with routines. Thankfully, we do have some leaked screenshots from Mystic Leaks on Telegram that do give us a bit more information. From what we can tell from the in-app description, it seems like Pixel Sense will adapt to your interests by learning which which topics are important to you and evolving on those over time. It kind of reminds me of these social media algorithms where they keep recommending you topics that you're watching or engaging with. Except with Pixel Sense, it seems like that algorithm-like experience will integrate with a wide range of Google apps, including Calendar, Chrome, Contacts, Google Docs, Files, Gmail, Keep Notes, Maps, Messages, Phone, Photos, Recorder, Wallet, YouTube Music, and YouTube itself. So it seems like Pixel Sense will try and predict what apps you use the most, primarily in the Google ecosystem, and proactively help you complete tasks within those apps. Another item to note from these leaked screenshots is that privacy seems to be a big aspect they want to get ahead of. Google explicitly states in these screenshots that data processed by Pixel Sense is private and works offline, and your data stays private, only visible to you, to the point where not even Google can see it. As a user, you will have control over which apps access Pixel Sense, allowing you to grant and edit permissions anytime in the settings. So as a whole, it sounds like Pixel Sense might be a stronger move for Google, as it doesn't compete directly with Gemini as Pixie would have. According to the documentation and various reports, Pixel Sense is more focused on predictive suggestions and completing tasks much faster, sometimes on your behalf to an extent, specifically within Google Apps, whereas Pixie overlaps with some of the use cases that Gemini already handles or will likely be able to handle in the future. As a whole, I gotta say, while more features are always appreciated, I'm kind of glad Google decided against releasing Pixie, at least based on the information we have at this time. Personally, I really don't want Google to have a ton of overlapping apps and services. I'd much rather have a few really well executed high quality experiences versus having many experiences that serve a similar purpose in their own ways, and if Pixie being canceled makes for a more useful and effective Pixel Sense, I'm all in for it. All that comes to mind is imagine having Gemini, Google Assistant, Pixie, Pixel Sense, and who knows what else all running at once, and I don't know, it just seems like a huge pain, and I'm glad they're putting all their weight behind Gemini, plus a few more focused Pixel services. Either way, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts down below. Was Pixie something you were genuinely excited about, considering what we know so far, or are you more like me, where it's good to see services toned down or outright canceled in order to make the core pillars of the Android experience better? Please, by all means, leave a comment and share your thoughts. I really am curious what the Android community is thinking about this, and I'd love to hear your opinions. In the meantime, I'm getting out of here, but before I do, huge shout out to our channel members on screen right now. Simply put, Damien and I greatly appreciate you here at 9to5 Google, and please stick around as we have a lot more content coming your way, and don't forget to grab the latest wallpaper pack in the community post. At the time of this recording, we should be publishing the April wallpaper pack very shortly, and it might even be live by the time this video is up. If not, be patient, check back in, and we'll have it for you shortly. Also, if you're not a community member but want to gain access for yourself, hit the join button down below to learn more, and also gain access to our massive backlogs of wallpapers we've released in the past. Until next time, this has been Jordan Floyd with 9to5 Google. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.